Well, hello, welcome back. So today I want to get my new window boxes from Crescent Gardens planted up with fall pretties at this point because, well, I just got them. So I posted a reel on Instagram yesterday or the other day about getting them installed and how they fill up and all the great components of it. So if you haven't seen that, go follow me on Instagram and check that out. I also posted it here, if I remember correctly. Might be the previous video. But the area is in complete sun right now. But I really need to get out here and get it done because I have another project that I need to get started, and that is painting our front porch. But I've got a lot of stuff here. I've dug up some stuff. It's another great thing to do is if you are, that's from carrying the potting soil. If you're struggling with budget wise, and I totally understand. I'm at this point in time in the season, I'm literally shopping clearance plants only, and then foraging stuff in my yard. Find stuff in your yard. Reuse certain stuff from different containers. If you have multiple containers, condense them into one container that makes a really good display and just be really happy with that. You don't have to go above and beyond. There's great ways to save. But I did shop some clearance. I picked up one or two things at full price, which were still relatively inexpensive. I had some stuff left over that I haven't planted yet. Dug stuff up out of the yard, and let's flip it around and show you. All right, so it's extremely sunny, so bear with me here. But first and foremost, I'm going to be going in with Organic Mechanics Container Blend Potting Soil. I've been really liking this. It lasts for a long time. I literally just fluff it up and go. I've already got one of the containers filled just because that's what I was doing. I just need to fill up the other one, but it's a really good potting soil mix. It's light enough, but it's dense enough to hold water. It's still appropriate to use in these wicking containers. I've used them in other containers with no issues. So all I have to do is just kind of like fluff this up during the spring and I'm good to go. You can add in your fertilizer that you want, usually like a slow release, and it'll get you through the entire spring or season. I'm going in with some Monrovia ferns. These are Jurassic Golds. I've been holding off on using these because I didn't know exactly where I wanted to put them. So got a little crispy, but hey, it's fall. That's what they're gonna do. I also picked up a kale. I don't know what even variety this one is. This one is Peacock Red. I also picked up some Super Cal petunias. Not Super Cal. Super Cal? I lied. Yeah, Super Cal Premium Bordeaux petunias. These are meant to be a fall lasting petunia. I just really loved that color and I was looking for it. I also picked up some baby tears. So that's what I spent money on, like full dollar. These ones I picked up on clearance. I'm going in with asters. I'm not doing any mums. I don't really care for mums. They don't last as long. If I do a little bit of deadheading, these asters will keep going and then I can just plant these right out into the landscape. I also picked up some plumbago. Now, these are kind of going out of bloom, but these have the most beautiful red foliage when they start going into the fall color. Those, again, I can pop out and stick right into my landscape. I already have some out there, so I'll just nestle them in to get a denser feel. I was getting ready to move sahukuras from our front porch area in the spring because we're going to do a porch extension. So I figured, you know what, I'll just dig them out now. I'll put them in the container. They'll overwinter in the container perfectly well for me, pretty sure. And then I can pop them out in landscape when I'm interested in putting them out there. But just have two different varieties. This one I believe is Spellbound. It comes out purple in the spring, then over the season starts taking on this silver hue, and it's got these beautiful red leaves on the back. This one I believe is Northern Exposure Red. It's kind of a mahogany color, so it's gonna work perfectly with my next plant. I dug this guy out because I'm about to take them all out anyway to start revamping another bed. This is just a purple fountain grass. We have a long time before our first frost comes through and it should be perfectly fine. I just wanted that grassy texture. And if all else fails, I'll just throw a frost blanket over top to get it to last longer. These are some sample plants that I was sent out from Terra Nova Nurseries, and I can't remember exactly the trade name on it. I had them in a container down in the fire pit area, and I just kind of yanked them out because I wanted some of that silver. Then I also have these plugs that I got at Cultivate, and desperately need to be planted. I cleaned up some of the best ones that I could. These are blue eyegrass. So that's a native plant. Really cool. Throws out a little blue bloom. They may bloom in this container, I'm not quite sure, but they usually bloom in the spring to midsummer. And then the one last thing I thought about using was I found these branches in the woods. And I'm thinking I want to use them in the container, kind of a sweeping motion. I don't know, we're gonna see how it works out, but let's get started. Let's get our organic mechanics in there on that side. And then we're gonna go ahead in with all of our plants, get it dressed up, and then I'll show you how we fill these up because it's a really easy system. I don't know if you can hear it or at least see it, but they are overflowing. That is good. You can just do that if you can't read the indicator, which you should be able to see them. But as long as you fill them up and they start overflowing, you are full and ready to go. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I am fully ready for fall to come in. Maybe we'll tuck some pumpkins in at a little bit later date, but I think a little too soon for pumpkins. But next, I think we're gonna work on maybe decorating the front porch here a little later, because I think I want to keep it really, really simple and just pumpkins. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.